Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and probably gonna be the final video for today. But it looks like we have some interesting news, as apparently there is an FBI agent that has currently left the building, and he is no longer going to be there, as amid the Hunter Biden scandals. Let's get directly into the article. Top FBI agent resigns amid claims he shielded Hunter Biden from probe. Report. A top FBI agent at the Washington field office reportedly resigned from his post last week after facing intense scrutiny over allegations he helped shield Hunter Biden from criminal investigation into his laptop and business dealings. Timothy Theobald, an FBI assistant special agent in charge, was allegedly forced out after he was accused of a political bias in his handling of probes involving President Biden's son, sources told the Washington Times on Monday. The agent was escorted out of the field office by at least two headquarters-looking types. Last Friday, the sources said. Theobald and the FBI didn't immediately respond to the Post's request for a comment on Monday. Theobald, a 25-year veteran, had already been on leave for a month after the top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, Iowa, stated raising concerns about whistleblower claims that the FBI had obstructed its own investigation into the first son. We're not gonna look at that stuff because that stuff's disgusting. In a letter to the FBI Christopher Bray in July, Grassley said Theobald and FBI Supervisor Intelligence Analyst Brian Hunt was allegedly involved in a scheme to undermine derogatory information connected to Hunter Biden by falsely suggesting it was disinformation. Theobald also allegedly tried to kill off a valid avenue of investigation of possible Hunter Biden criminality until at least 1 month before the November 2020 election, according to Grassley. Theobald allegedly ordered the matter closed without providing a valid reason as required by FBI guidelines. It subsequently attempted to improperly mark the matter in FBI systems so that it could not be opened in the future, Grassley wrote. It was the same month the Post first started reporting on Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop, which included troves of emails related to his shady overseas business dealings. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg revealed last week that the social media giant suppressed the Post's bombshell Hunter Biden report following a vague FBI warning about possible Russian propaganda tied to the 2020 presidential election. Basically, the background here is the FBI. I think basically came to us, some folks on the team, and was like, hey, just so you know, you should be on the high alert, like we're told the Joe Rogan Experience, which we all know that now that we have a huge breach of Facebook, and that Facebook's working with the government. So if Facebook's working with the government, that means they're no longer a public entity or a private entity, and they should remain public and have other ways of doing it, because they're now considered maybe it's like a publisher or something along those lines. So, that's a problem. And of course, what Zuckerberg said, etc., etc. And then, meanwhile, Republican senators have also publicly scrutinized Theobald's alleged anti-Trump social media activity ahead of the 2020 election, including a retweet of Lincoln Project message that called Donald Trump a psychologically broken, embittered, and deeply unhappy man. He has also allegedly tweeted that he wanted to give Kentucky to the Russian Federation. While Array admitted under grilling from GOP senators earlier this month that allegations of political bias at the hands of FBI agents, including Theobald, were deeply troubling. Alright, there you have it. But, guys, so the reason why is that now that more of this stuff is coming out of the FBI type deal, I'm starting to really think, well, actually, I'm not starting, I already knew, that the FBI really needs to be abolished at this point. When the FBI raids a former president's home for no legitimate reason or actual reasoning behind it, other than the documents which he already co-signed for to be actually legal, and how the FBI is currently going after certain other individuals and stuff like that, and now that we're hearing that the FBI not only worked with Facebook to lower the actual Twitter and Facebook, honestly, to lower the show of the Hunter Biden case and all that stuff with Russia and all that, and they're coming out with more with the whistleblower saying that he showed Hunter Biden probe from the report. It just comes down to say that the FBI is insanely corrupt and they need to be abolished. The same thing with a significant reducing the IRS as well. The FBI is not being shown that they're there for the American people. They're actively selecting people to prosecute rather than prosecuting apolitically, and that's a huge problem. We cannot have a body of government being able to do whatever the hell they want and and have them selectively prosecute people. That's not okay. And there's also that the DOJ, which is also part of the reason why that they also worked with the FBI as well, which is another corrupted form that needs to be also, again, abolished. They were going to say, like, why, and because they help kids and all that stuff. Well, if they were really helping the kids, then why aren't none of them going after the Maxine Waters, or rather, not Maxine Waters, but what do you call it? Epstein's list of people. They're not going after these people. They're not going after Biden, which is obviously insanely corrupt, which is hurting people, and the Epstein list and all that. So if they're really trying to help people and stuff like that, then why are they actively not doing their job? If that's the case, then they need to be abolished, because they're not here to actually help people. They're here to just push a narrative, push an agenda, and politically attack certain group of people, which are not allowed to do in the first place. This is the reason why I say it needs to be abolished. We cannot have a socialist government do something like this. A draconian government do this, and we all know that that's what they are now. So if you're going to have to give me a lot more reasons on why to keep the FBI, because we can make another organization, another government entity that is not the FBI, and to put more heavy restrictions onto this on this new form of, I would say, government or what have you, what they can and cannot do, so that way they're a better version of the FBI. But at this state and point and current standing, the FBI is beyond corrupt, and we do not need them whatsoever in power, because they are horribly misusing it. And again, I'm open to considerations, open to talking to people about exactly what that could be. But again, right now, they don't need to be empowered. They need to be abolished, and something else needs to come up to fight certain individuals or whatever. But right now, they're not doing what they need to do for the American people. They're failing the American people, and that in itself is not okay. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.